It's funny. I used to wonder why so many people would hold their microphones like this instead of on your clothes. Because these cheap things sound horrible. Anyway, so today we're going to talk about the top 5 shortcuts to get you through your bank reconciliation without it being a struggle. Ideally, you would want to tick and tie line by line to make sure that your QuickBooks activity matches your bank statement. But in cases where you have a ton of activity in your bank account for any given month, it's not always feasible for people to do that. If everything is done perfectly in your bookkeeping, a lot of times QuickBooks is going to auto reconcile for you. But there are times where, for whatever reason, maybe a little user error, where your bank reconciliation is not as clean as you would like it to be. And so it just, let's get into the shortcuts. Okay, so hack number 5 is check your bank feed. Sometimes you don't even realize you still have transactions sitting in limbo on the bank feed screen. If you have transactions out there that belong in the month that you're reconciling, you're going to be off by the amount of those transactions. So make sure, check your bank feed, grab anything that's sitting out there and process those accordingly. Okay. Number 4 is you have a transaction in QuickBooks that does not belong there. And it's a really cool shortcut is to look at the difference amount in the right-hand corner and just do a quick search right there in your bank reconciliation screen for that dollar amount, because there's a good chance, there's a chance. There's a chance that there is a single transaction in your bank reconciliation right now that just doesn't belong there. So if you're not familiar with common keyboard shortcuts, if you're using a MacBook, there will be Command F. If you're using a Windows PC, it will be Control F. So just literally copy and paste the dollar amount, do a search on that page for that dollar amount, and hopefully you will find the transaction that's throwing things off. Merely uncheck it and see if that'll get you to a $0 difference. Number three, you have a transaction that is missing from QuickBooks. So similar to number 4, copy the amount of the difference. And then if you have your bank statement open via a PDF file in another screen, then search your bank statement for that dollar amount. You're going to search your bank statement for that dollar amount by simply doing Control F or Command F to see if it's merely a single transaction on the bank statement that is not in QuickBooks. Again, go back and check the bank feed and see if it's sitting out there. It could also be sitting in excluded. So if you go over to the bank feed or the bank transaction screen, and right now by default it's probably on for review. Well, if you go a couple boxes over, you'll see a box called exclude. So click that and see if at some point you or someone inadvertently moved the transaction over to excluded. Okay. Another thing that you can do is you can do a search for that same dollar amount in QuickBooks as a whole to see if essentially the transaction is in there, but maybe it got entered under the wrong account. So that's another thing that you can do. So to do that, you just go to the magnifying glass up in the top right-hand corner. Just paste the dollar amount because, honey, we copy and we paste around these parts. We don't memorize numbers, okay? So paste the dollar amount in the search bar and then hit enter. So if you think you found the transaction based on the date or whatever other information, then click on it and just check and see if the bank account or credit card account that's showing at the top is the proper one. If not, there's your guy. You're welcome. Number 2, duplicates. When I tell you that duplicates are one of the number 1 reasons for discrepancies in a QuickBooks bank reconciliation, I'm telling you that will very likely be your issue. So the quickest way to check and see if a duplicate is your problem is in your bank reconciliation screen, sort the payment or the deposit column and sort it, and just go down the list and just kind of quickly eyeball and see if you see any duplicate dollar amounts. If you see two $600 transactions, two $50,000 transactions, and if so, check those against your bank statement, or just check them against your memory and your common sense. If you're like, there's no way that I spent $50,000 on something twice in 1 month, bada boom, there's your issue. Number one, this is going to blow your mind. Verify that your ending balance is correct. You may have mistyped it. If it is incorrect, no need to back out of the entire reconciliation. There's a very, very simple way to fix it. All you do is go to the edit box up top. Go to the edit box up. I don't even feel like I'm looking at the camera. I think I've been looking at something else this whole time. Sorry. Go to your edit box up top and click on that bad boy, and there you will see the opportunity to update your ending balance. Now, quick asterisk. Your beginning balance needs to be correct also. And if your beginning balance is wrong, then you are screwed. No, I'm joking. You're not screwed. But you do need to watch this video down in the I don't know where I'm putting it, but you need to watch. I have another video to show you how to deal with incorrect beginning balances. So all hope is not lost. I promise it's not a huge deal. It's easy. Stick with me and it will be considered easy to fix. Okay. Now it's time for the bonus. If you are ready, this one relates to credit card reconciliations. So there are times where you'll reconcile your credit card. You did everything right. There's nothing wrong with your bookkeeping, but yet you still have a difference. And again, you are not trying to check 100 lines of transactions to find your discrepancy. So what tends to happen sometimes with credit cards is that even though you entered the proper statement ending date, the transactions on that date or around that date actually belong on the next month's bank statement. So in other words, if you go to the very, very bottom, scroll down to the bottom of your bank reconciliation, and you'll notice in some cases that the total number of transactions for the last date shown on your bank rec screen will add up to the difference. Or if you're really lucky, it'll literally be one transaction that is the exact amount of the difference, and it'll be the very last transaction. So you simply uncheck those bad boys so that they're not part of this month's reconciliation. And next month, when you do the next period's reconciliation, they'll be checked off and included on that one. Make sense? Again, I really feel like I've not been looking at the camera this whole time. I think I'm looking at the crack on my phone. Oh gosh. Anyway, if you enjoyed this content, if it was helpful to you, please leave me a note down below in the comments. If you have any QuickBooks pain points, anything that you hate about QuickBooks, anything you struggle with, hold on. I don't need to know what you hate about QuickBooks because I can't do anything about that. But if you're having any struggles with bank reconciliations, bank feed screen, applying customer payments to invoices, whatever the case may be, put it in the comments and I might do a video on it. And like and comment and subscribe. You're going to get a new video every week. Bye, y'all.
This video is for informational and educational purposes only. It is not intended as financial, tax, or accounting advice. For specific advice tailored to your business or financial situation, please consult a qualified professional. QuickBooks Online is a registered trademark of Intuit Inc., and this channel is not affiliated with or endorsed by Intuit.